Welcome back to DRS Zone, everyone. We are diving straight into the news that has really shaken things up. One of the biggest doors for 2026 just slammed shut.
Yeah, it really did. And honestly, this move, it focuses all the remaining pressure, doesn't it? Right onto Red Bull.
Absolutely. So let's get into it. The big confirmation. Franco Colapinto is staying at Alpine for the 2026 season alongside Pierre Gasly.
That's the headline. And our mission today, well, it's to unpack why. It's not just about speed, though that's part of it. There's a huge commercial angle, too.
Definitely.
And then we absolutely have to look at the domino effect, because suddenly there are only 3 seats left, all within the Red Bull family.
And the timing for Franco himself, announcing this during the Brazilian GP weekend, he calls Interlagos his race of home because of all the Argentinian fans. Talk about a special weekend to get that news.
It really highlights that commercial element, doesn't it? The sheer support he brings. And it's the culmination of a pretty dramatic entry into F1 for him.
Right, he's only 23. Hasn't even done a full season yet.
Exactly. 9 races with Williams last year, replacing Sargent, then pitched in at Alpine from race 7 this year after Jack Doohan's difficult start.
Yeah, that situation with Doohan, quite the start to 2025 for Alpine. Capped off by that huge crash in Suzuka. Reports said he left the DRS open in a corner. Ouch.
Yeah, a disaster for him. So Colapinto steps in. And look, he's had his own troubles. Imola, Catalunya weren't smooth.
Yeah.
But you do see, like, incremental progress.
Incremental, okay. But still, he's the only driver, apart from Doohan this year, without points. His best is still that P8 in Baku back in 24. So renewing him, is it just based on potential?
Well, that's where you have to dig a little deeper than just the points table. The crucial thing is how he stacks up against his teammate.
Against Gasly, the only real benchmark, right?
Precisely. And the stats there are pretty telling. He's only, 5-7 down in qualifying head-to-head and 5-6 down in races.
Okay, that's actually quite close to Gasly, a solid, experienced driver.
It really is. Consistently within a couple of tenths in the latter part of this season. That suggests the raw speed, the adaptability.
Yeah.
It's definitely there.
But wait. If the speed's there against Gasly, why 0 points? Doesn't that point to maybe issues with racecraft, managing the distance, or maybe just bad luck? Is Alpine overlooking something major here?
That's a fair question. And I think that's why this isn't just about the lap times. They're banking on that potential, yes.
Yeah.
But there's also evidence of, let's say, grit.
Grit. How so?
Remember that battle in Texas at Codilla? He was actively fighting team orders to hold position through turn 1. Really pushed back.
I do remember that. Showed some real determination, maybe a bit too much for the pit wall at the time, but yeah.
Exactly. He shows he's got fight. He's thinking about his own race, even against team instructions. That counts for something.
Okay, so speed potential, flashes of determination. But here's where it gets really interesting, folks. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to DRS Zone. Don't forget to subscribe for more F1 content.
Right, because the track performance is only half the story here, isn't it?
Definitely not the whole picture. Let's pivot to the other major factor driving this renewal, the commercial side.
It's huge. Absolutely enormous. His potential in Latin America, particularly Argentina, is massive. And it's not just potential, it's delivered.
Delivered how?
We're talking major sponsors coming on board because of him. Big names like Mercado Libre, Claro. The sources mention millionaire contributions. That's serious backing.
Wow. Millionaire contributions? Okay, that changes the game, doesn't it? F1 is big business, but this sounds like, well, geopolitical business almost.
It really is. And does that add pressure?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you've got sponsors paying millions, does that mean they get a say? Does it compromise the team focusing purely on performance?
It's a valid point, but you could also argue it gives him a protective layer. His speed got him the chance, but the money helps secure the seat, especially through any rough patches.
Yeah.
It buys time.
Okay, a buffer. I see.
And you have to factor in the 2026 car, too. Alpine's getting that Mercedes engine.
Right. The Merc power unit for the new regs. There's already a lot of positive buzz about that.
Exactly. People are talking marvels about it already. So for Alpine, locking down their driver lineup now, securing that commercial income stream before this massive technical reset, it's actually a very smart strategic move.
Makes sense. Secure the finances, secure the drivers, focus on nailing the new car with the new engine. Okay. Alpine's sorted then.
Pretty much, yeah. For 26 at least.
But them closing their doors, wow, it instantly shines a massive spotlight elsewhere, doesn't it? The whole silly season now basically boils down to one single organization.
Red Bull. That's it. The game ends here. Only 3 seats left on the entire 2026 grid, and they all belong to Red Bull or Racing Bulls.
3 seats. Okay, let's break this down. Where are they and who's in the running? Start at the top, the main Red Bull team, Max Verstappen's teammate.
Right, the big seat. Internally, Isaac Hadjar has been seen as the strongest candidate from the academy, the most ready.
Okay, so Hadjar to Red Bull. Seemed likely for a while.
It did, but interestingly, that talk seems to have cooled off a bit recently. The confirmation hasn't come.
Oh, why the hesitation, do you think?
Well, maybe heading into new regulations, they're prioritizing consistency, reliability, someone who can give solid feedback alongside Max, rather than just raw junior pace, which, let's be honest, Hadjar's hasn't been perfectly consistent lately. They need a known quantity, perhaps.
A dependable number 2.
Okay.
So if Hadjar isn't a lock for the main team, that makes the 2 seats at Racing Bulls at RB absolutely critical.
Hugely critical. That's where the real action is now. You've got the incumbents, Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda.
Both driving well, arguably.
Yes, but the feeling is, and the sources suggest this pretty clearly, that one of them probably has to make way. It seems unlikely both say if Red Bull wants to promote new talent.
So Lawson and Tsunoda are basically fighting for potentially 1 seat, depending on Hadjar and the juniors.
Exactly. Their performance in these final races, Lawson especially needing to prove he warrants promotion or deserves to stay, it's incredibly high stakes for them.
And the juniors knocking on that RB door. Who are the main contenders there?
It's a decent list, but 2 names are really prominent. Arvid Lindblad is one.
The F2 rookie.
Yep, having a strong first season, 7th overall, and crucially, he won that feature race in Barcelona. That kind of standout win gets attention.
Definitely. And the other?
Alex Dunn, another highly rated prospect from their junior program. His name keeps coming up strongly.
So Lindblad, Dunn, maybe even Hadjar if he doesn't get the main seat. It's a proper logjam for those RB spots.
It really is. And for these young guys, 2026 is such a vital window, because after that, you hit the 2027 market.
Ah, yes. Let's bring it back to Colapinto briefly. Because while he's celebrating now, there's a key detail. His new contract, it's only for 1 year, right? Just 2026.
That's the crucial point. 1 single season guaranteed. So the pressure, it doesn't go away. It's right back on him from race 1 in 26, especially the new regs shaking everything up.
Flavio Briatore was quoted saying he thinks Franco can be a top driver. High praise, but...
But faith needs results in F1, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That 1-year deal says, okay, you have the potential, you bring the backing, now show us you belong long term.
And looking beyond 26, that's when things get really wild. The 2027 driver market, almost everyone is out of contract again.
Total reset. And nobody knows yet which teams will nail the 26 regs, which seats will be the most coveted in 2 years. It's impossible to say.
So Colapinto needs to prove quickly that Alpine, with that Mercedes power, is going to be one of those top teams. Huge task.
It really underlines the whole situation.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is how this Colapinto deal sets a template almost. You need that balance.
Yeah.
Measurable speed against a good teammate, plus undeniable commercial value.
The millionaire contributions factor.
He nailed that combination. He's shown he can be quick, and he's proven he's a massive revenue source. That's the formula now, it seems.
So the final thought for you listening. Think about this. Alpine gets the Mercedes engine boost for 26. Colapinto has shown that raw speed and, let's face it, serious determination fighting his own team. Will that massive sponsorship backing give him the breathing room he needs to turn that pace into consistent points? Or will the weight of expectation, the commercial demands, and that 1-year contract under brand new rules prove too much pressure?
That's the big question for him, heading into a completely new era of F1.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. That's his challenge for 2026. Make sure you subscribe and follow DRS Zone because we'll be covering every twist and turn as this incredibly financially driven silly season finally wraps up.